beast himself.
Hey, what's up everybody? Colton Watkins here. Today, it's cold. We got cold weather, we got some wind, so I'm heading into downtown Norfolk to do a little urban river fishing. I'm going to be fishing riverbanks, creek mouths, and coves, and showing you guys some different techniques and tricks to catch these cold weather and cold water temp fish when the bite starts to slow down from fall. But I'm not catching anything here on the couch, so let's go fishing. The first thing I want to emphasize on when fishing cold water is varying your cadence. It doesn't matter if you prefer a steady retrieve, single, double, or triple twitch, a jerk motion. The point here is just slow it down. Right now I'm fishing an XL MirrOdine. Notice the twitch, reel pattern during the retrieve. The reeling is only serving to remove the slack after twitching the bait. After the bait's twitched, it'll slowly sink before being twitched again. And most of the time, that's when the fish is going to strike. During the fall, these inshore fish have been gorging, just fattening up for the cold winter. Once the water temps drop low enough, these redfish and speckled trout become very lethargic, meaning that they're not as active and they simply don't require as much food for energy. This is the time of year that many anglers struggle to find fish. In some cases, these fish will push further inland up the rivers, like the location I'm fishing now, but many of your favorite inlet fishing holes will continue to produce fish through the cold winter if you know how to trigger the bite. And that's where the idea of fishing your baits slower can make all the difference between a successful outing or a day of just not catching any fish.
City. So cool. See you, buddy.
When relocating to another fishing spot, especially in a kayak or a stand-up paddleboard, you should always have a lure in the water. The lure you choose to troll to your next spot should be based on water depth. I mean, if you're traversing deep water, then location in the water column comes into play, but here I'm traveling in shallow water. There's a bunch of hard plastic lures that are great for this situation, but a jig head and a soft plastic can be just as lethal. I chose to pull a white Gulp swimming mullet paired with a 1/4 ounce jig head behind me to my next spot because it was the last thing that I was casting at my previous spot. Alright, so here I've switched to a Z-Man scented paddler, but nothing's changing. I'm still working a very slow, steady retrieve and throwing a twitch in every now and then, but the key is that it's a slow, steady retrieve to help trigger that bite. At this point, guys, it's like a fish on every single cast, so I'm just going to quit talking and let y'all enjoy the fishing.
Doubled up, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Such a nice fish. That's where I was sitting. Oh man.
It's important to remember that these fish have been lethargic. They haven't been active. They haven't been exerting any energy. So when you hook up with one and you put it through that fight and bring it into your boat and unhook it, make sure you give it the required time to recover when you're releasing it. There's no need to Gronk spike this fish into the new year. Just be kind to your cold weather fish. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something again. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.